So I have no idea what the fuck this cat
Brothers and
is.
sisters,
I don't know what this
settle,
game is,
settle.
but
I come to you this day with
But
great
Scott
news.
saw a cat.
My
I
starry
saw a
disciples,
sassy
our
ass talking
search is
cat
nearly
and
complete.
cartoony
For
graphics.
decades we've
Some
toiled
pretty
and scoured
freaking
and
awesome art.
bitched about this
Yeah.
wretched continent for that ever-elusive tome, the Grimoire Eternus, the book to end all books, the storied and long fabled.
The Necronomicon!
Yes, Sister Halo, that's the one. Next time, maybe you let the actual cult leaders speak its eternally horrible name. Yeah? Thank you.
All right, I'm already
Yeah.
liking
I'm
this.
sold.
The Necronomicon! Yes! No doubt some among
silly
you have
cartoon
questioned its
shit.
very existence.
This is
Our
very
search has been
internet
wide
cartoon,
our
and I
paper
love it.
Great, with as yet no return. Well, brothers and sisters, it may be that we have come upon its actual location. Brother Bright. Gregory, we talked about this, man.
Wow.
This night,
Get off your
brothers
phone.
and sisters, our men
And women?
Sorry, I just did the volume of
and
more
women
mics there.
are on their way to retrieve that tome as we speak. Is this not what we've been looking for since our establishment is a legitimate death cult?
What makes you
Is
legitimate?
it not in our official membership charter?
That's a dumb question.
Is it not we who should be the first and only to lay our hands upon it? Shall we let the
This is reminding me a
abominable
lot
butcher or
of,
other
like,
lesser
Pajama
cults
Sam
get their
and, like,
stinking
Putt
paws
Putt
on
and
our
stuff.
glorious bounty now that it is so closely
I
within
feel
our
like
reach?
the spit coming through his mouth is gonna play a something.
Well,
With the
he's just very
Necronomicon
excited.
finally in our hands, nothing will stop the haunter from regaining his true form. No end to the work!
So where is it?
We have found him, brothers and sisters. The man who will lead us to it. We have found him, and we watch. We watch.
Okay.
Alright.
But yeah, so this is called Gibbous, a Cthulhu Adventure. I have never played this game. Kat has never played this game. I had never heard of this game until I was just looking through point-and-click adventure tag on Steam, and I saw this and I'm like, oh, that looks really cartoony and fun. Like, that kind of looks like, you know, Saturday morning, early Flash days, you know? Like, Humongous Entertainment, Putt Putt,
Yeah.
Fatty Bear, not Fatty Bear, yeah, Fatty Bear, Pajama Sam, Spy Fox. And then I watched the trailer, and this cat is basically just a female version of Salem from the Sabrina the Teenage Witch show. Just sassy as hell and possibly curses.
Ooh.
At one point, with her paw, she flips off the camera, and I'm like, I love sassy talking cat companions. I love Salem, I love Luna and Artemis, and I love that one from Kiki's Delivery Service, who I can never remember the name of, but I like him. Because they're always exactly what, yeah, that's what a cat would say.
And I feel like this will be a good game to kind of, because we were having fun with our click and point adventures with King's Quest,
Yeah.
but we're waiting on Popcorn to pop in for the third one, so
Yeah.
this will scratch that itch until then.
Yeah, plus, you know, it's Spooktember.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go to options and see what we got here. Alright, I'll probably turn down the music a little just to make sure that it doesn't interfere with speech and sound effects. Subtitles, movie subtitles, yep, good. Alright, seems good. Cool.
Alright.
I'm hoping this is very Maniac Mansion.
Maniac Mansion?
Yeah, it was a LucasArts game.
Read all about it, sir. Hurricane Herbert, storm of the century.
A storm. That's the least of my worries.
Out of the way, kid.
Everything's changing. Always changing. What's a Joe supposed to do? You take a new case and that's all you can do to be prepared for whatever it throws your way. The only thing you can know is whatever it's tossed at you won't make any kind of sense butt up against the last thing. It's the change, you see. I've been hired to locate some kind of ancient book. Supposed to have inside of it the kind of stuff makes a Joe's guts turn salt and sallow. Real type mystical mumbo jumbo, which I guess explains the weirdo cults popping up all over Darkham.
Darkham instead of Arkham.
You
I
know
love
something's
it.
left to center when the folks hiring you want to keep
The
themselves
best
all secret.
perspective.
Also, is that a vape
Cash
pen?
is cash, though, and I can really use the milk.
I don't know.
That something doesn't change. I put some weight on my man in rare and forbiddens. The kind of pressure makes Joe's stomach jackflip, and he points me at this dark and ancient library.
Why do you always call everybody Joe?
Dark and ancient. Huh. What's not dark and ancient in Darkham?
What?
Damn. Most times,
Yeah, I think that's
the
a
new
vase.
is just as bad as
Oh.
the old.
There goes.
Sometimes
Wait, what?
worse.
I don't know if the stuttering is because of the graphics setting or just how it is. Oh, it's not that bad. I say as it goes to a black screen.
Oh no.
Did it?
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Kitty!
Meow.
Look at that little Haru cat.
Well, here it is. Miskatonic Library. Not the, friendliest place in town. And this town and friendly ain't even in the same zip code.
Okay, so you had to change Arkham to Darkham, but you didn't have to change Miskatonic University? Weird.
Darkham. Horrible hellhole. Never thought I'd stick around when I came here 23
that
years
bad.
ago. She was local, young and unstable, and I was probably too much to handle. Then she left me with an empty bottle of 81 proof and a broken heart. My gut instinct was telling me I could look at everything a second time, glean extra information that might be useful. Or not. The brooding, festering horror of the ancient town. Weird, that just popped into my head from nowhere.
Alright, calm down, Lovecraft.
A sea of rotting roof tiles, decaying masonry, and who knows what dormant evils.
Okay, does that mean it doesn't...
Darkham.
Yep.
Horrible hellhole.
Oh, okay.
Never thought I'd... And
Yep,
that when
okay.
she...
So that's good. When it's a tired eye, that means you've looked at everything.
Okay, that's really nice.
That's a good indicator. I like
not
that.
nearly as badly lit as the name would suggest, but more than compensating on the creepy scale.
It does have some very Halloween-y ambient lighting.
Not your prettiest tourist-friendly town.
I've seen worse.
Yeah.
I live in worst. Like, at least there is
Spring-
shit here.
I was gonna say Springfield is kind of tour-y.
If you like ghost
Surprisingly
towns.
colorful here and there,
And
but I didn't let
Abraham
that fool
Lincoln.
me. The town had been bubbling with occult activity for a while, and I was about to look deep into it.
Feeling brave tonight? How brave?
Like a sea of ugly, decrepit, tile-covered whales.
What?
Okay
I'm sorry?
then. Ooh, this would be
Lots of stuff to look at.
I really like the look of this library. It's nice and cozy.
Yeah.
They really went out of their way to make this place as creepy as possible.
God, this really feels... Okay.
Like a modern.
Well, because it's funny, because the people who did Maniac Mansion actually did do a new game recently.
Okay.
I've played a little bit of it. I got stuck and just kind of like other games came out. I'd love to go back to it though. And it was in like the retro style, but this style specifically looks like Maniac Mansion's official sequel, which was called Day of the Tentacle, where it had this very flash cartoon feel to it. Mm-hmm. And I'm loving it.
I'll bet the common Joe doesn't even know what a bas relief is.
Stop calling everybody Joe.
I'd wonder exactly what
Oh
that
damn,
is
that's a
relief
lot of
from.
dialogue.
The oppressive, stagnant atmosphere of Darkham. A drudging, boring life stuck in a library interior. An uncertain future in the face of an uncaring populace. The ridiculousness of this fish pun? I don't know. No one can be Sturgeon. Who gives a carp?
I don't think that's what relief means, but okay, in this context.
Dusty book.
It's a dusty old book. Its title's really hard to read.
But you said it's intriguing.
A very convenient treatise on the order voodoo magic ingredients should be used in. Useless garbage.
You want to bet? I bet you for a fact that'll come in handy.
That'll be important somewhere.
Rows and rows of moldy old books. For some reason, they seem particularly unattractive.
No.
Because they're background art?
The more I look at them, the less interesting they get.
Well, clearly not that uninteresting.
The joy of reading. Those look like the exception.
Ouch. I mean, I feel like most books are the exception.
Oh.
It's the popular book section. Apparently, all Daniel Maroon novels. You know, Vatican mysteries and all that.
See, I was expecting that to be the romance novels.
Daniel Maroon's Anathemic Adventures.
I wonder if Daniel Maroon is like a parody name.
Daniel
Yeah,
Maroon's
I was about to do some
blood-boiling
Googling,
baptism.
but...
Yeah, like, because my first thought was like, oh, mysteries. Stephen King's done mysteries, and he's kind of the modern Lovecraft, because his stuff is very eldritch. But Daniel Maroon does not seem like a
Daniel
plot on Stephen
Maroon's
King.
clerical conundrums.
The only thing I could find with that are the names of lawyers.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's the
I know.
actual
Daniel
I-
Maroon's Deacon's debauchery.
Like, it would be
Sounds
something
spicy.
like... Because maroon is a type of, like, reddish-brown.
Yeah.
So it'd be either something brown or something red.
Daniel Maroon's Eucharistical Enigmas.
Dan Brown?
Could be. Dan Brown.
I think, you know what? I think...
Daniel Maroon's Fathers and Fedoras. My personal favorite.
Okay.
That's where folks get strange, ancient diseases by
Dan
flipping
Brown
the
is
wrong
an
pages
American
with their
author
bare
best known for
fingers.
thriller novels.
There it is.
Yep. Yay!
Is he who did the Da Vinci Code?
I think so.
Because he said Vatican mysteries.
Yeah, that would make sense. Let me see.
Nah, I do different
Yep,
kinds of
the Da Vinci
studying.
Code.
Yep.
Wear protection. Goes for libraries, too. Nobody there. Looks like it's just me and this librarian fella.
Who looks a lot more modern than you.
Yeah.
Strange medallion. I mean, that's clearly Cthulhu.
It's like that strange, tentacled beast is watching me.
I mean, it's literally a relief of the statue from Call of Cthulhu.
That thing is very unnerving.
He has a name.
I feel like poking it in its plaster eyes.
That's fair. Also, fun fact for anybody who may or may not be a casual Lovecraft fan, some of the horror of the ancient sunken city of Relay is that it is based on non-Euclidean geometry, which just means geometry not on a flat plane. Everything on Earth is non-Euclidean geometry because the Earth isn't flat. Sorry, flat earthers, but you're wrong. I'm not sorry, you're dumb.
That desk is literally blocking my access to knowledge. A little on the plain and ugly side, too.
Man, don't be mean to the desk.
What's that?
I guess I could lean on it while I interrogate the librarian, but I'm
Oh,
naturally
so I think, is that one you want to
Yeah,
interact?
that seems like that's use.
Okay, neat.
If my detective cylinders aren't misfiring, that's gotta be the librarian.
I would
Who
think
would grab and stick to this kind of job in this kind of place? They must have fishhooked them. Free internet'll do that to a Joe.
What's your
This
problem with the name
librarian
Joe?
looks a few centuries short of the age requirement. Evening.
Good evening, sir.
Let's see. So how's things in the library
So,
business?
how's things in the library business?
You know, can't complain. It's a living.
Those electronic books hitting you folks hard these days?
Nah, not really. People don't tend to read much at all anymore, so it's all the same to us.
That, yeah.
Oh,
Look, that's part of the reason why I want to start trying to meditate so that I can help with my ADD and maybe actually read some of the books I own. It's hard to read something that's not a graphic novel with the pictures that entertain me.
like these days, like I've noticed, like some games are kind of the same for me. If it doesn't, because I've always been like this way with books too. If it doesn't grab me within the first like 30 minutes,
Yeah, for me it's even worse. Like, if it doesn't grab me in the first page, I leave.
yeah.
Which I know is doing a horrible disservice to a novel that's probably like 5,000 pages long or whatever.
It just might need a little bit of setup before they can really get into
Yeah,
the meat
but
of it.
I ain't here for that. You know, like Percy Jackson, like the first sentence is, you know, you're probably going to think that. Also, that's Jake from Adventure Time. It's like you're probably going to think that this book is a work of fiction. I envy you for that. And I'm like, all right, I'm listening.
Interesting library you got here. Is it old?
Yeah, pretty old.
It's old, huh? How old?
Like really, really old. You might even say it's ancient.
Ancient, huh? How ancient?
It was established by one Jeremiah Orne in, let's see, 18... A really, really long time ago.
I mean, it looks like it was
Thanks for
converted
the
from a
info.
cathedral.
Sure.
Eh.
Hence stained glass with the Necronomicon on it, probably?
The name's Ktype. Don Archetype.
Archetype.
See about a book.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Yeah, that's an appropriate
Yeah.
name.
It's called the Necronomicon. Do you have it?
Oh, that book. Yeah. Let me check.
We rented it out for the production of the Resident Evil Dead stuff.
Yeah, they're all lent. All versions of it.
There's more than one?
Why, sure. You've got your, Oh, wait. You're talking about the real Necronomicon, aren't you? Yeah, no, sorry. That doesn't actually exist.
Doesn't exist, huh? My employer seems to think otherwise.
An ancient grimoire full of arcane writings that could summon powerful demonic entities and potentially fold reality onto itself? We don't really carry that kind of stuff here. Chances are, it's nothing but a myth, Mr. Ktype.
Let's see.
You, wouldn't happen to be intentionally trying to conceal it from me, would you?
I'm just a librarian, sir. As far as I know, the real Necronomicon is a myth. Sorry to disappoint you. You haven't been the first to come and ask about it, and you probably won't be the last. Definitely our most popular and existent book.
Who else has been interested in it?
Everyone, from excitable teenagers to these freaky cultist types that seem to crop up everywhere in the last few months. Just when you thought Darkham couldn't get any weirder, these clowns come along and prove you so wrong.
I wondered, like, just the random ship
What can you tell me about
librarians
these
have to-
cultists?
They come in all
People ask
shapes
just the
and
most random
sizes.
shit.
Can't really tell them apart. I mean, it's not like they waltz in here dressed up in ceremonial robes or anything, but you can tell from the way they speak, they're not all there.
Aren't you a bit young to be a librarian?
Look,
Ageist.
I can tell you come from a different era, but between you and me, that's straight up ageist.
Yep.
Oh, really? And that, different era business ain't?
Touche, Mr. Ktype. I'm a student, it's a job, it's quiet, it pays the bills.
Aren't you a bit too old to be a student?
I like the cut of your jib. That's something your type would say, right?
My type? Now look here, son.
There it is again.
No such thing as the Necronomicon, you say? Mind if I, snoop around your collections a little while?
I don't mind personally. You'd have to talk to Mr. Warren about the rare books department, though. At the moment, he's really busy with some new arrivals upstairs, so you'd have to wait a while. But, sir, waste of time, really. That book is just a legend. An ugly, ugly legend.
I didn't catch your name, Mr.
Kerwin. Buzz Kerwin.
That's an interesting surname and an accent that I can't quite place.
Yeah, I'm half Romanian. My mom was born in Transylvania. I kept her family name because it sounds cool, you know?
Never get teased because of that?
No, no. For Buzz, on the other hand, plenty.
All right, Mr. Kerwin. I guess I'll have to wait.
Do do.
Oh.
Okie dokie then.
When it was like, aren't you a little too old to be a student? I'm like, it takes forever to get through school for some people, man. Don't be rude. Oh.
What's that?
What's that do?
Oh,
Oh.
it's my inventory.
Oh.
It's this thing I found on the library's doorstep. Looks like a package of some sort.
Okay.
I found this thing on the doorstep. Were you expecting a package?
No, not really. Let's see it. There's a note here. Oh, it's for you.
For me? What does it say?
Too long have you meddled in our business, Ktype. Here's your chance at a bright future for a change. Muhahahaha. Is it me or is this thing ticking?
Oh, shit.
Ruh-roh.
Mr. Ktype!
Well,
That escalated quickly.
yeah.
He's gone.
Okay, then.
Was that you making all that racket, Curran?
No, Mr. Orange, sir. Someone set up a bomb in here. I was about to call the police.
Nonsense.
Oh, look,
You
the
called
medallion.
that a bomb?
Oh, boy.
You should have seen Dresden, son. Now that was some firepower right there. Clean up a little, will ya?
Okay, sir.
It literally melted some of the books.
Oof.
Again, how did these melt? Like,
Well, at least that thing took some damage. I think it's a little loose now. There's a weird glow emanating from behind it. What the? It's sure to fall off and kill someone whenever the next earthquake hits. That monstrous cracked medallion is literally an accident waiting to happen. I'd knock it off, for sure, but I can't
Phew.
reach that high.
shoot.
It's Mr. Ktype's shoe. Well, I feel like I should call him Don now that we've been through this together. It's Don's shoe. It's Don's shoe. It's all
Don's
he's left
shoe.
behind.
All is shoe.
Alright.
Throw the shoe.
Just trying to, yeah. Just trying to see if there was anything else to,
I just realized how long I've actually wanted to do this. Don sends his regards, Ugly.
well, yeah. Oh, well, there's the Necronomicon.
Oh, God.
Is this what Don was after? This looks nothing like the other editions. Creep factor just went up 200%. Who'd hide it up there and why? You're coming with me, weird book.
I mean, makes sense to hide it there, honestly.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd actually say this, but the Necronomicon feels weird in my pants. Oh boy, what an evening. Think, Buzz, think. Don's been kidnapped. The police are a bunch of corrupt and incompetent tools. What do I do?
I mean, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Orn can close up for the night.
Not
Things are
inaccurate.
way too messed up to stick around. The best thing to do is retreat to the bus cave, clear my head, and see what this strange book is all about.
And we'll do that next time.
All
Later,
right.
everyone.